Good morning. Good morning. Three videos with the same shirt. I know. It's the same day. I recorded everything in the same day. Who cares? So today I'm going to talk to you guys about the secret war on men and what the fuck is happening. What is happening on your mind? There's a secret war happening and being waged on your mind. You might not even be aware of it. I made a video about this like 3 years ago when I was early starting out my self-improvement journey, and now that I have more experience, I really wanted to just go back over the subject and just talk a bit more about it, basically. So what is this secret war being waged on men? It is intimately tied to social media and the internet. Now, social media and the internet is one of the greatest tools that has been created in this modern time. And it has given a lot of opportunities to a lot of different people. It has given way to a bunch of different new positions, jobs, innovations, that kind of stuff. Because communication is one of the most powerful tools on the planet. The thing is, what you need to be careful of is there is always a good and a bad for everything in life. You can always look at the positive. I prefer looking at the positive things in life rather than negative things. But you always need to be careful of and aware of what the negative things are. Because the internet is all good and all, but at the same time, there's always that negative part of it. There's always that little thing that just makes it. It's like, what could be a good example? Getting sunlight. Right now, I'm getting a lot of sun. Getting sunlight is a good thing because your body is used to getting sunlight through your skin since the dawn of human time, because humans used to work outside in the fields. So that's a good thing. But the bad thing is, I'm in New Zealand right now, and so the sun is, the ozone layer up there is fucked. So the sun and the UVs are literally burning my skin. So if I stay too long in the sun outside, my skin is going to burn and I'm going to get skin cancer. So need to be careful of that. Like I mentioned, there's a good part and a bad part to literally everything. It's like people. It's like things, people. Literally everything has a good and bad part. Like, it's like politics. Politics are not 100% good or 100% bad. It's always gray. It's always black and white. It's actually never black and white. It's always gray. That's what I wanted to say. So, when you actually think about it, take some time. Most people my age, most people our age, most people around 18 to probably earlier now, most people in their early teens to late 20s, most of them are on their phone all day, all fucking day, consuming content all fucking day, entertainment all day. And that could be in audiobook form, that could be in, I don't fucking know, video form, that could be in video game form, that could be in listening to something, music, literally everything to make your mind completely dull. Make your mind used. Make your mind completely busy. That's the perfect word for it. Busy. If you're constantly busy, you're not even letting your mind have an original thought. Think about it for a second. If you're never actually thinking about something and you're always reacting, are you even a person? Are you even a person? Are you even like an original person? Are you an authentic human being with a personality, a life, ideas, goals, purpose? Or are you just reacting to other people around you, and are you just copying other people's lives for the sake of being who you are for a certain political party, or for a certain influencer, or praising some fucking idol at a concert that doesn't even care about you? You actually have to think about it, because the biggest problem is consumption. You know, humans back in the day, a couple hundred years ago, even probably just a few hundred, only 100 years ago, humans used to just create stuff all the time. They used to either work all day or create stuff. They didn't have time to consume shit. Like, the most amount of stuff that they would consume would be information they would get from other people. Maybe somebody would say X, Y, and Z, but the most amount of entertainment people used to get were clowns, gestures, shows. It's a limited amount of, like, there's a limited amount of time, and there's a limited, like, place. It's a specific set place where you can go do that. But now, today, the entertainment industry is worldwide and 24/7. So you need to be careful. You need to limit your consumption, because if you're constantly consuming, you're not producing. If you're constantly consuming, you're not producing, and that's not good. Because if you're never creating value, you're never benefiting anybody's lives around you. Consuming 100% of the time is just being the most selfish person you can be, which is extremely sad, because everybody around you is going to feel that. Your actions have consequences, every single one of them, regardless of what they are. All of your actions have consequences. If you start watching this video on YouTube about this guy talking about the fact that politics are extremely important, you are going to get influenced by that person. You're the, like I said multiple times in these videos, you're the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So obviously, if you spend a bunch of time listening to things, you're going to get affected by them. And this is the same thing that happens with entertainment. If you're constantly watching brain rot on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, on Instagram Reels, and just scrolling to find stuff that is funny, is relatable, is memeable, that kind of stuff, well, what the fuck are you doing? I can imagine you finish your day, you get back home from work, you sit down in your bed and you start scrolling. 1 hour goes by, 2 hours goes by, 3 hours goes by. Oh no! It's 10 p.m. and I need to eat food. But I need to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna be tired. Oh well. You see how bad that could do? Like, one action leads to another. If you want to if you want to actually get stuff done in a good way, in a positive way, in a better way, take control of your life, you need to take advantage of the fact that you can take action. You can choose what it is you actually want to do right now. You could, if you've been scrolling for the past 2 hours, you can stop right now. You can make the decision to stop. Like, you need to click your mind and to be like, okay, time to go do stuff. So I would heavily suggest that. Like, I think, I stopped scrolling like probably like a year, 2 years ago, maybe even more than that. Like, sometimes I would catch myself scrolling for maybe 10 minutes, and then I would be like, wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing right now? So, and it used to be hours. It used to be fucking hours. All right. Like, I'm not the perfect person. Like, I'm not telling you, hey, stop doing this, and I've never done it before, I'm just the perfect person. No, I'm not. I've been there. I've fucked it up. I've done a bunch of garbage, consumed a bunch of content on a regular basis. It got to the point where I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, bro? It's so bad. Imagine scrolling for like 5 hours straight and just fucking doing nothing. It's like, bruv. Oh, so bad. So yeah, you need to be careful. You need to be aware. That is a good word. You need to be aware of what's going on. You need to be aware that people online are competing for your attention. Attention is currency online. That is the thing. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. If something seems free, if something looks free, if someone tells you something is free, it is not free. There is something that is being sold to you subconsciously. It's like a video game. If a video game is free, take Fortnite when it came out, for example. Fortnite was free when it came out, and first thing they did? Put a shop for skins. How much do they make? Millions of dollars from skins. Bruv, just think about it for a second. The game is free, but the time and effort you put into that game is going to make you think, I deserve better. And so you're gonna go put some money in just to get a few skins, and then it just leads to one thing and another, and then you end up spending hundreds of dollars on fucking whatever. It's so bad. So you need to be aware, first off, what the fuck is happening, who is competing for your attention, why, and click yourself into awakeness so that you don't get caught off guard by these things that aren't benefiting you. I'm gonna be honest. Most things are not like beneficial to your development, beneficial to your life. Most things are competing for your attention because they want your time, they want your money. They don't want you to spend your time on something else. Because take the video game industry. You've got two games. Each game is different, but inherently they're both video games. They both have an online store. They both have a very similar structure. Both of them are evaluating each other and evaluating how they can sell better to you. How can they sell more to you? How can they make more money off of you? Everybody in this market, most of people that set things up, are pushing towards how can I extract the most amount of money out of these people while giving the least amount of value. That is what fucking capitalism has sought and brought and wrought onto the world today, which is a problem. So you need to be aware of that. Now, the entertainment industry isn't necessarily a bad thing. There used to be more of a prone focus on beautiful things and well-crafted things and well thought out things and things like pieces of art almost. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed the massive trends and the difference in the movie industry, for example, back in the early 21st century compared to today. So like 20 to 30 years ago, the movies were actual pieces of art. Today, most movies and most shows are just garbage. They're just recycled shit. Just over and over and over and over again, because it's easy. They just look at the numbers and they're like, this made X money in profit, so we're gonna make this again. We're gonna make a 15th season of this show because a lot of people like it. And it's like, bruv, nobody's original anymore. Nobody's authentic. Nobody's crafting like magnificent pieces of art anymore. Nobody's fucking doing that anymore. Same thing for video games. There's so much garbage and slush out there. People don't actually care about that anymore, which is fucking sad. I think people should just go back to crafting like super like beautiful things, magnificent things, like an old cathedral from like hundreds of years ago that has so much detail in the art, like attention to detail. Like you can look up at the ceiling and the entire thing is like one different like thing, like ornamental fresque, and it's so magnificent, it's so beautiful that it just makes you think, where did it all go wrong? So yeah, going a bit on a tangent right now, but you get the point. The point is the secret war on men that is being waged on, first, your attention, second, your time, and third, your energy. Because if you combine all of those things, they are the ingredients for achieving what it is you want. So you need to take some time and actually think about it for a second, what it is you actually want and how much effort is that going to take to achieve. I do not know if you want to be a doctor. I do not know if you want to be a scientist. I do not know if you want to invent something. I do not know if you want to create a new type of rocket or spaceship so that we can go to Mars. I do not know anything. You have to pick that and choose that for yourself. Only you can decide what it is you actually want to do. So yeah, that is the most important thing that you need to keep in mind. And when you're scrolling on social media, make sure you catch yourself. Make sure you click yourself into awakeness, and remind yourself, why the fuck am I scrolling right now? Do I just want the cheap dopamine? Do I really need that? Not really. Like, if you actually think about it in a logical way, you don't actually need social media. Like, nobody actually needs social media. You should be able to use social media for work purposes, and that's it. The only problem is you either use social media for work or you don't. But in that case, the businesses that use social media, they would have a harder time selling to people, right? Because there's not as many consumers. So basically, social media is a tool for influencers and in businesses, so they can take advantage of you and your information. Because yes, all social media is a data gathering tool. There's analytics, there's information on what it is you watch. Everything and everyone that signs on to social media, I don't know if you've noticed this, if you turn off the cookies and the cache on your phone, most apps stop working because they are constantly in 24/7 gathering your data. And yes, if you download the app, you're signing a wager every time. I understand, and I've read the terms of conditions and That is what happens when you click I've read I've read it and read the terms and conditions. That means you accept the rules and you give away your data. It's the same thing on every single social media app. So if you aren't really aware of that, just make sure you are when you're actually doing stuff. Like, personally, I use social media for work purposes only. I rarely use it for anything else. And I believe most people should use it for, even, you can really realistically use it for a lot of different purposes. You can use it for dating. You can create like a good portfolio, like a good profile. You can use it for work. If you have a career, if you have like, if you're a freelancer, if you have a business, you can talk about your business. You can create content. I would heavily recommend people create content, even if it's just documenting your own life, so that you can get other people to look at your life and be like giving you advice or giving you ideas. It's always a plus. And you could always teach people based on your past experiences. If you have a specific career or an industry that you're working on right now, you could like market your portfolio. You could show people what it is you've done in the past, what it is you've provided for other people, the testimonials you have, what it is you actually got done. If you're an artist, you can showcase your pictures. You can showcase your if you're actually like, if you draw stuff, you can show that to literally everybody. If you make movies, if you make shows, if you're a comedian, you can post your stuff online, and you're going to get attention on that. And then it is your imperative based on that to monetize that attention so that you can live your life better. Like, I recommend everybody just monetize as many things in your life as possible. Like, even if you're playing video games and you're all doing it by yourself, I would suggest taking a bit of your money and investing it into a good setup so that you can either stream or you can make videos so that you can give back to people. Like, even if you're like super good at a video game, I would suggest teaching people and like becoming a teacher so that you can get people to pay you for your skills and the time you've invested into that thing, so that way it doesn't really go to waste, and that way you can like incrementally get better and better and better, like on a consistent basis. I would heavily suggest everybody, or as many people, focus on either improving their skills or at least creating content, because creating content is free. If you have a phone, if you have a camera, or if you have a computer, it is extremely easy to create content. You do not need to be a professional. You can start any day of the week. You can start right now. You can start tomorrow. You can make funny things. You can make educational things. You can make inspiring things. You can make informational things. You can make news. You can make literally anything you can think about. You can make anything you want. So yeah, I would say everybody needs to pick up creating content instead of consuming. You should be creating more than you consume on a day-to-day basis, is what I'm talking about. Because if you're consuming too much, basically what's going to happen is you are going to become less and less of your true self. Your true self happens when nobody's influencing you, nobody's realistically a huge influence, and you're actually actively deciding what it is you actually want to listen to, who it is you actually want to talk to, and what it is you actually want to do. If you do that on a consistent basis, you're going to be able to actually pick and choose what you want your life to look like, who you want to interact with, and how well you want to how hard you want to go at work, how much you want to work on yourself and your career and your goals and your value, and bringing that to other people. So I would definitely suggest everybody start creating more content. Other than that, be careful of the content you consume. Now, I usually record these videos for like 30 minutes, but it's only been almost 23 minutes, and I'm pretty sure I've said everything I could say about this. I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be a shorter video this time, but I really do appreciate the people that stick around until the end and watch all of the videos I've posted so far. It's really helped me out understand what's worked, what's not worked, sharing my perspectives, sharing my thoughts, and inspiring you guys to do better. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. Like, literally anything. Like, feel free to comment. There's no chat room, but there's a comment section, so you can comment literally any question that you might have. If you need help with something, if you need advice, feel free to ask. If you want to give me some feedback, if you think my videos are shit, if you want to give me, like, if you want to tell me, like, hey, I think you should be doing this way, or I think you should be recording this way, or I think you should do more editing, or I think you should do more of you should take inspiration from this guy, give me some advice, that kind of stuff. I'm really open-minded to everything. If you do so in a constructive and in a good way, I'm happy to take all critiques and criticism, no problem. And yeah, just like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed the video, and share it with someone that you would think would enjoy watching these videos. And yeah, I do truly appreciate it, and I'm gonna wish you to have a great day. I'm gonna head to work now, and yeah, see you around. Thanks for watching.